Turney Jr. He wants me to put Sgt. Pepper. Look, I told him to make it look like it's got plastic on there. And make this one look Axis Bold as Love like it doesn't have plastic. Look at that shit. That's some technology. Something that would piss Sarah Connor off and piss us all off in the future when we all get killed by AI. Now, before I get into the track by track, Dennis asked me, how did you come up with the concept of track by track? I believe I saw you talking about Sea of Tranquility, that they gave you the idea. Yes. Now, other than there's a racist in Boston that says I ripped off Sea of Tranquility, nothing can be further than the truth. What Pete Pardo would do was he'd hold up two albums, and as a whole, like, all right, this album's got this and that, and this album's got this and that, and in the end he'd say, I like this one more. He didn't go track by track like I did. But the racist in Boston runs around going, he ripped off Sea of Tranquility. That guy's like on his 8th podcast now because he keeps failing. Whatever, he's not worth talking about. I wish him the best. All right, so here we go. All right, Sgt. Pepper, by the way, is the greatest Beatles album. Is it my favorite Beatles album? No, it's not. I like several albums more than Sgt. Pepper, but that is the best one. That is the most historic kick-ass album ever. Ever. May not be my favorite, but it does have my favorite Beatles song on it. But it's amazing. Now this one right here, that is my favorite Jimi Hendrix. Trying to think, maybe most people would say Electric Ladyland was his favorite, or maybe even Are You Experienced, because he only made 3 albums while he was alive. I'd say that one. Axis Bold as Love is his best one out of the 3. I love all 3. I'm a big Hendrix fan, but that one, hell yeah. I'm going to ask the AI people, can you turn these AIs into actual albums so I can have it? Because I don't own either of these albums. It's all AI, people. All right, so yeah, there you go, Dennis. Sea of Tranquility gave me the idea, and I expanded on it, making it track versus track, where Pete Pardo was album versus album. He didn't put track versus track. That's the truth. If you don't believe me, go ahead. Find a Sea of Tranquility video where he's doing track by track. Maybe it does exist and I never saw it, but I'm telling you, I got my idea from album versus album. And I remember my very first track by track. It was Kiss Alive 1 versus Kiss Alive 2. I think I added songs or took out songs or something. But anyway, all right, so let's do this. Okay, we're going on 3 minutes. I haven't even started yet. Sgt. Pepper, Lonely Hearts Club Band versus EXP. I'm going with Sgt. Pepper. EXP is, kind of weird intro with feedback and stuff and spoken word. I'm giving it to Sgt. Pepper. Next, With a Little Help from My Friends versus Up from the Skies, which is such a cool track. But you guys ever seen that Flintstones episode where Fred hired a detective to spy on Barney, that he thought Barney was having an affair with Wilma? Something like that. But anyway, the detective, he would get out of the car and walk, and he'd have this weird walk, boom, 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 and it sounded like Up from the Sky. It was awesome. I love that song, but I gotta go with Ringo. I'm giving it to A Little Help from My Friends. My favorite version, Joe Cocker, These Nuts. All right? All right. A Little Help wins. Next, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds versus Spanish Castle Magic. Both amazing. I should go with Lucy. It may be the better song, but no. I'm going with Spanish Castle Magic. Man, what a ripping tune. A lot of people, Blue Cheer invented metal, not Black Sabbath. I go, what are you, racist? What was Spanish Castle Magic any different than what Blue Cheer was doing? It's the same shit. Proto-metal. Spanish Castle Magic wins. Next, Getting Better versus Wait Until Tomorrow. I love it, but I'm going with the Beatles on that one. It's getting better all the time. Love it. All right, next, I'm fixing a hole where the rain I love that song. Going against There ain't no telling, baby. Giving it to Jimi, man. That song rips. Awesome tune. All right, next. She's leaving home, bye-bye. I love it. I love Cheap Trick's version of it. Man, Xander hitting those notes perfectly. But it's going against Lil Wayne. A masterpiece. I'm giving that one to Hendrix, man. All right, next. For the benefit of Mr. Kite versus If a 6 Was 9. Definitely Hendrix again, man. That song. Down. Sing along. If the hippies all cut their hair, I don't care. Awesome. All right, hey. Let's pick a random album. Let's go over here. We never go over here. Maybe we do. I'm 60. I got bad memory. Yeah! The second Boston album, Don't Look Back, with the most underrated Boston song, It's So Easy. No, not It's So Easy. It's Easy. It's So Easy, Guns N' Roses. It's Easy. I don't understand how that song is not a radio staple like Long Time, Peace of Mind, More Than a Feeling. That song is so catchy and amazing. Love this album. No, not as good as the first one, but pretty close. All right. Now we flip the album over, and we got Within You, Without You versus You Got Me Floating. You Got Me Floating rocks. I love it. Within You, Without You blows. I hate that song. All right, next. When I'm 64 versus Castles Full of Sand. I do love When I'm 64. John Lennon called it granny music, but I like it. But no, man. I gotta go with Castles Made of Sand. The lyrics, man. You know, Jimi Hendrix, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Jimi Hendrix is rated perfectly as a guitar player. Perfectly. But as a songwriter, lyricist, he's so underrated, it's sickening. And Castle Made of Sand, listen to those lyrics. And the music is just unbelievable. I'm giving it to Jimi. All right, next. Lovely Rita Mita Maid versus She's So Fine. Go with the Beatles, man. The dark horse on Sgt. Pepper. Not very talked about, and yet it's so catchy that I'm surprised I didn't get whatever's catchy. I probably did. All right, I'm giving it a Lovely Rita. Next, Good Morning versus One Rainy Wish. I'm giving it to One Rainy Wish. I hate the chorus in Good Morning. I hate that damn thing. It's still the greatest album ever, but I'm just saying, you know? It annoys me. I'm giving it to Hendrix. All right, next. Sgt. Pepper Reprise versus Little Miss Lover. Again, another one for Hendrix, man. Little Miss Lover, easily. And, you know, Sgt. Pepper Reprise, just, you know, it's the first song, but which one? All right, last song. A Day in a Life versus Bold as Love. They're both awesome, but A Day in a Life is, in my opinion, the greatest Beatles song ever. And I'd put it up there with Sgt. Pepper. I mean, Stairway to Heaven, Day in a Life are probably the two greatest songs ever written. Oh, and Stargazer, Rainbow, those three. That's the trifecta of excellence. So, Dennis, this is the final score. And there you go, man. It was a tight battle. What do you all think? Leave it in the comments below. I'd love to know. And if you like donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And ring that little notification bell and like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithm. So stay frosty like Dennis, Turney Jr., and Melissa. Listen to those two masterpieces. Just skip that George Harrison song in Good Morning. And smack 'em a gob!